Though nice out here today. I figure I'll take a little trip, you understand, down the way. But yeah, I just simply, I just simply blaze my own trail, Like I try not to, especially when you hear people compare it like that. I don't know what it is. It's like nobody ever learns from the mistakes or the unfortunate circumstances of others. Nobody ever learns. Nobody ever learns. That's the most significant part about my being. A lot of times I be talking to myself, judging myself. You understand, on always picking the wrong move. Always fumbling the ball. Always not completing the deal, Inconsistencies in my being, And the main thing that's been playing in my head lately, because I heard Prometheus and a few other people compare and say things like, if you in support of this type of person, you're just as guilty. But see, the downside of that is that you judge yourself. You basically judge yourself. You basically tell yourself and everybody around you that you're knowingly doing something wrong, because you pointing out the same stuff that somebody else is doing, or should I say, you're pointing out the stuff that you're doing, and you're solely focusing on somebody else when you're doing the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Nothing different. Supporting somebody with a sick state of mind. And what I mean by supporting is just being cool. Just giving a click in the view. That's good enough for a lot of these sick people. Not realizing that they're guilty of the exact same, and if it's a crime, let's call it that. They're guilty of the exact same crime. And it's like they can't see it. Only way they see it is through the works of somebody else. It's like having, what the scriptures call it, having a straw in your eye, or pointing out a straw in somebody else's eye when you got a plank in your own eye. That's what the scripture call it. And I sit here and I call it hypocritical. But in all actuality, it's just it's the program. While you steady focusing on what everybody else doing, you missing the whole, you missing the whole moral of the story, or should I say of the situation. It's just as simple as that. why they do this? That's sick. But here you pointing out and talking other stuff that's just as sick, if not sicker. That's the part where I get. Now, yeah, I'm supposed to be outraged at Tracy. Well, do I get outraged at the person that pointed out the fact that she can't have children? Do I get outraged at that person too? Because who are you with children to tell somebody that can't have children how they supposed to react to something like that? Somebody reminding them, weaponizing their deficiency like that. Do I supposed to have outrage for them too? I really call it cowardice, because it's almost like you looking for help at that point. It's like you looking for help. Now see, my version of looking for help don't go like that. See, I'm trying to show these people, I'm trying to put their reflection before them, so not only they can hear me say they sick, but they can see themselves being sick, and everybody else can too. I mean, it is what it is. See, one thing that don't have to happen, truth ain't got to be defended. I don't have to defend the Bible. I do it because I love it. But I don't have to, because at the end of the day, every man knee will bow. Everybody gonna know what's real and what's fake. Everybody gonna know the truth. Everybody gonna know. So there's no need for me to do that. What I do is give an accurate account, though. There is a need for that, because unless you have an accurate knowledge, you can't be accused of knowing. In other words, you're ignorant without an accurate knowledge. Say it like that. That sounds worse than not knowing. Ignorant. And see, willing ignorance ain't the same as just ignorance. Willing ignorance is a whole lot worse. Whole lot sadder, because it's you saying something wrong, something ain't right, having the power to see what it is and figure out what it is, but just because you like being you and comfortable where you at, you gonna pass that opportunity up and pick ignorance. You gonna pick the lie. Just like the scripture said you would. Just like the scripture said you would. You're gonna value the lie over the truth. I was playing the game and I heard Slap and Classic and them talking about how the eggs, the Easter eggs that are so famous during Easter time, the eggs, the painted eggs, And they were asking the question, what significance do it have with Easter? And see, I can come out and I can do a video. You know, I can do a live talking about how satanic and how demonic these things are. But see, people are posing the questions, and they will pose the questions, and they will find out the truth eventually if they want to know. How can you make it to be 30 years old and not know the significance of the painted eggs, of the Easter bunny? I know at some point that the holiday didn't line up with the traditions. And I asked this question in middle school. And no, in high school. I posed the question in middle school. But I sucked the answers to the question in high school. And didn't have to look long at all. You know? Didn't have to look long at all. Didn't have to go far. Nothing extensive. Nothing extensive. And that just goes to show. Jesus put it like this. He said the kingdom is in your midst. Kingdom is the truth. The real reality. And any of the fascinating questions, you understand, any of the fascinating questions you have, 9 times out of 10 the answer is in your midst. That's how it always has been, and that's how it always will be. Satan will find a way to hide the truth in plain sight from you. Because Satan is the father of the lie. Program you one way just so he can hide the truth right in front of your face. And I'm aware. I'm just aware. I'm no guru, none of that. I'm just aware. I ask the questions. Yes, I'm glad I wasn't a silver spooner. That's why I don't condemn the silver spooner, because who am I to say? You know, I'm to say that on a small scale, but who am I to say that if my life was everything already, who to say that I wouldn't run from the truth? You know, just saying. Just saying. You know? But what has been proven is that it has been people with higher means who did take the gamble and reached out and went looking for the truth. There has been people who sacrifice their well-being for the sake of the truth. And that's just the fact of the matter. Told y'all, duality rules the world. And if you got a world where there's people that won't give it up, that won't give up their well-being for the truth, you definitely gonna have some people that will give it up. That's one thing about the human, or should I say the works of man. They're imperfect and they're unpredictable. You can program a man to be a certain way. Don't mean that program is gonna stick to every man. Don't mean that every man gonna buy into that program. It's the same mistake Satan made with Job. Job know he had people programmed on his land. Or should I say Satan know he had people programmed on his land. And if you go look at Job, you can see everybody going off street lingo and street knowledge and the knowledge of what's going on in that day and time. Hey, God will kill you and take you out your misery if you just disrespect him. And it was honestly people that, loved him and that didn't want to see him go through the pain he was going through. But see, Job was a person of the know. He realized, I know I know that, that can happen that way, but there's a better way. And that better way is all the time not going against Jehovah, not going against the Most High. So under no conditions will I do that. You clearly had people in that scenario that went against the Most High just to not feel no pain. So you got to get down to the nitty gritty of these type of events, y'all. Quit looking at it just one way. Some people just get out of it. Job wouldn't disrespect, or Job wouldn't go against God. But why did Job keep that state of mind? Have y'all asked that question? Why was Job so sure? Why was he so sure? How was he so sure? We're sure that despite the hold that Satan had on the world, everybody knew that there was a God. And everybody knew what to do to piss him off. Or should I say, to get put out your misery. But why was Job so sure? Could it be the fact that Job came to the conclusion that if the creator of all things made all this beautiful stuff around me, that he can make me better? Could it be that the most simplest answer, the most plainest answer, right in his midst, right in plain sight? Could it be that nobody seen it but him? Could it be that nobody was meant to see it but him? Just want to rap a little bit to y'all, man. I was going to do a little bit more driving around, but just decided I might do it later. I might do it later. I might get my son out the house. Let y'all hear me rap with him a little bit, But it's a beautiful day here in Detroit, and it's supposed to be even beautiful the rest of the week. So we're going to get out here, and we're going to see some things, especially when I get my chair. If y'all, like any other time, if y'all want to see me and y'all want content outside faster than what I can produce, hit my Cash App, hit my PayPal. That'll make sure things move fast. Faster than normal. Because all the stuff I'm talking about getting, I'm going to get, but it's just a matter of how fast it's going to be or how soon it's going to be. But I want to get some camping stuff. I got my grill already. I got my little grill. Probably one of them little fold-up tables, the little bitty boys. Not nothing big and extravagant. Something small, Probably one of those little coolers that you can plug up and charge up. And just be out either on the water, on the block, just video what's going on and kicking it every now and again, Just let me know what's going on, yo. We can, I ain't got no problem with doing this. I won't be in the house this summer. I won't be in the house. I won't be cooped up this summer. I already got me some money lined up. A few days out the week, gonna be more than enough money. So, let me know what's going on. And listen, if hitting my cash app, for things like my chair and stuff like that I need to be out in the streets with, tripod maybe. Something the camera can sit up on besides me holding it or something like that. Hit me up. Like I said, hit my cash app. Like I said, I'm going to get it eventually anyway. But that'll just make sure I get it, faster. And while Diva T and Landlord, fake fraud ass, try to say I was trying to scam somebody, I put it like this. Everything I got money for, that I asked for money for off my platform, off my brother platform, whatever I got, I did exactly what I said I was going to do with it. I didn't say I was getting my game out the pawn shop. I didn't say I was getting my game out the pawn shop and you didn't see me on my game channel. And that's crazy too, man. I done shot way up since then, man. I ain't never had no problem with putting my game in a pawn shop. I wasn't even really playing it. My baby wasn't either. He was infatuated with his, laptop. He wasn't really playing it. But I didn't really see it like that. You get the criticism from people online. They bum and dusty. Nah, man. I got a big car. I needed to go job hunting. I pawned my game to make sure I had gas. It's simple as that. Or whatever else I needed. And I accomplished I accomplished what I was supposed to accomplish. It's like I don't, I called that show. I heard my guy brother bragging about this cash app here and getting money there. I said, hey, man, loan your brother some of that money because I knew I had just got employed. Loan your money some of that money. Or should I say, I know that I got employed and, sooner. At that time, I knew that I had some money coming at a particular time. I still had to wait, but I knew I had did the grunt work. Everything I said I was going to do, I did. So that's one thing, you won't have to worry about if you give to my new content fund. And that's just me simply going where the party's at, or should I say where the action at. Sometimes the action can be on the riverfront, on a river walk. Sometimes the action can be on a DeQuinda cut. Sometimes it can be further down at Maharis Park. Y'all remember me going past that nice little body of water out there on East Jefferson? Sometimes it's right there. Like I say, when you a king, you set the trends. You don't follow nobody else's trend. We'll go chill at a skateboard park or something. But I'm gonna get off here, y'all, and parlay a little bit, man. Enjoy some of this day. Hope y'all enjoy this upload when I finally put it in. I ain't got to edit it or nothing. So I'll holler back, y'all. Peace.